Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request into designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so we have this residential standalone patio structure. It has two side walls here. This one here is covering 3/4 of this edge here, and this is 1/2 of this edge over here. It does have a fan and a recessed area inside here. We have a TV set, fireplace, and I just have some basic seating arrangements like this. Let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions. Overall dimensions I have is basically 20 feet by 16 feet. And then the inside edge here is essentially going to be somewhere in the nature of 9 feet this direction here to here, to this recessed area up here, to 13 feet this direction here, and then 1 foot in height. Difference from this finished floor here, or finished height up here on the ceiling to the one over here. So you can see I got 9 feet here and then 10 feet inside here. This post at 8 feet off the finished floor, and I think that's pretty much about it. Let's go ahead and look at a couple of different options. So let's go ahead and turn on one option, which is, these are going to be the first options that I don't really like. And we'll talk about that as we go along. But here would be placing two 6,000 watt units right on the edge of this going parallel with each other on the edge here, centered within the patio. And you can see that the footprint of heat isn't 100% good in the center. It's really nice out here and nice out here, but not so much inside here. Now we're only heating up a portion of this entire space, so if you wanted to heat up more of that space, you would have to, add a couple of more units. So let's just go with 3.5 feet this direction, and we'll move these 3.5 feet this direction. So you can see now we're getting a nicer overall footprint, except for the center position here. And if we want to go ahead and look at the top here, let me just take off the rooftop here, but you can see here, we're missing this whole line here in the center. That's pretty much about it with something like this. Or if we went back to, let's go back to here, sorry about that, let's go, there we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and take off that lid again. Oops, see if we can put that on there. There we go. Sorry. All right. So yeah, again, we're only heating up a portion of this patio. These heaters are centered within this span here, from left to right. Yeah, it's not a really personally good application in my viewpoint. Let's go ahead and take that off and then check on just placing 2 units over here on the left and right. And these are mounted on the ceiling. 30-degree tilt. If you mount something on the ceiling and you go 30 degrees or less, you can use the OEM brackets. If you go 31 degrees or more, then you have to drop the heater down an additional 12 inches. So just keep that in mind. And I have this clearance here from here to here at 6 inches. And again, this would be the footprint of heat. You have a nicer footprint of heat when you have this angle like this, with the heaters mounted in this configuration. So all right, let's go ahead and take this off. And I just want to also mention that the areas here from left to right, I'm not quite sure, I think I did mention that, but they may have some additional like maybe another extra 1/2 inch of material on the outside edge for the finished edge. So let's just go ahead and make sure that I have all the other information that I've already mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned this is a 5'5" inch diameter fan up here. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and look at what I would prefer. I would prefer having the flush mount kits on top, and that's flush with the upper ceiling area over here. And just to show, I'm going to also put the lid back on here, just to show that I do have The clearance is met here with regards to the dimensions that I do have from them, and that is, we have 18 inches of clearance out here to the edge, and we still have about a 1/2 inch of clearance over here, even though I moved everything 1/4 inch out just to give it a finished edge here, but they did say it might be a 1/2 inch moved out, so you should be okay. Also, the clearance starts right here, 18 inches from this edge of the fan to the edge of the heater, not the flush mount, not the anything else, just the edge of the heater. But I also want to mention, if this fan blade is non-combustible, let's say aluminum fan blade or something of that nature, it could be in that non-combustible or that combustible area, and so you could move the heater over slightly if that's what needed to happen. Let's just go ahead and go 1 more inch in. You can see that if this was a non-combustible fan blade, this would be fine. We're not penetrating the fan blade with the heat output, but we are placing that fan blade in that combustible area, so it would have to be non-combustible, like aluminum or steel or something of that nature. All right, let me go ahead and just move that back, and I think that's pretty much about it on that. Also, just to note, this is centered within the span here, so we have plenty of gap over here as far as the combustible areas, and the same over here. And I think that's pretty much about it. Let's go ahead and take off the lid and look at the overall footprint, and I'm going to take off the dimensions and the clearances. But here you can see that the footprint is a little bit different. We're not heating up this outer edge, but I would assume that my positioning of the furniture here probably isn't exact, but let's just say that this chair here was moved in maybe let's go 6 inches, maybe 8 inches from that edge here. So now you're more in that area of heat. Also, just to note that this wall here is nice. If the wind is coming from this direction, that really reduces the amount of wind movement within inside the patio structure itself, so that really helps in maintaining a more comfortable location for seating purposes. So I think that's pretty much about it. So yeah, the main thing is that this would fit, and they do want to place some lighting fixtures in here. So once they get the arrangement of these particular heaters, then the lighting arrangement can happen. Probably 1, 2, maybe even on the outer edge over here around the perimeter of the patio. But yeah, this would be also great. You can also put like 1, 2 here, 1, 2 there, something of that nature as well. All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and kindly tap that like button. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube will not support us unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and that is how most people get the opportunity to see our channel. We really appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.